Hey traders, welcome back. So this is one video of a multi-part series where we're looking at trading strategies from other traders or trading strategies from the internet. This one is called the Holy Grail pattern. Now, funny name, of course, there's no Holy Grail. I think there's obviously a bit of tongue-in-cheek. Again, this is from Bradford, Raschke. Go and check out some of the previous videos if you want to have a look at some of the other setups that I've picked out from her. This is a nice strategy. This makes a lot of sense. I've used something very similar to this very successfully in my trading career and continue to look for these kind of things. This is a little bit more quantified than the way I look at it, but I love it. It looks great. It sounds great. And let's have a look at some charts. Let's look at the rules and let's see if it's still effective now. Okay, so these are buy rules. Obviously, if it's a sell, we just reverse it. So the first criteria is that the 14 period ADX must be greater than 30 and rising. Let's have a little look at ADX first before we move on to stuff. ADX is basically a trending indicator. It indicates when a market is in trend. It's a kind of a good way of formulating what you would visually see as a trend. So as the ADX rises, you're going to get readings above 30, sometimes tagging 40 on a real trending environment. And it doesn't matter if it goes up or down. The ADX doesn't go negative. It just literally denotes when there is a trend. Go and check out on Google, how to find out more information about that if you want to dig a little bit deeper. But let's get back into it. Okay, so the ADX has got to be above 30, and they're using a 14-day or a 14-period ADX. So basically it's just a filter for a trending market, okay? I think we kind of get that. So number 2 is look for retracement in price to a 20-period EMA. I've used a 20-period EMA a lot from a day trading perspective, so it'd be interesting to see how this plays out from a swing trading perspective. Okay, and it says here that it's usually accompanied by a turn down in the ADX. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? A trend, pulling back on a trend, you're going to get that little retracement from an indicator that's telling you it's a trend or not. Okay, number 3, when the price touches the 20-period moving average, we're looking to buy above the prior high. Right, that makes sense. Again, you're systemizing the approach. You're not leaving any discretion. And just as a sidestep here, guys, these are great foundations to add then discretionary elements to. If you know this is a strategy that works and gives good signals and quantifies risk, and you want to tweak it and play with it, then add a discretionary element into it, because then that gives you a little bit more power, a little bit more flexibility. Anyway, back on track. So we're looking to buy as it touches the 20 period and goes back up above the high of the previous bar. Makes sense. We'll have a look at a chart in a second. Once it gets filled, you're looking for it to put your stop loss under that prior low. And it says here, trail stops as profits go. So nothing clear about exits. Let's have a look. Okay, what have we got? So let's start. Okay, I guess we can start with the FTSE here. We had an ADX coming up of above 30 around here. Is that trending enough? I'm not sure. I guess it's probably not, but it wouldn't have been triggered anyway because it's a bit of a freak bar that never broke through. What about here? Nice trend, uptrend here. So let me just clear out this chart line, guys. Okay, so we've got a nice kind of uptrend in this area here. My ADX is down here, by the way. My 20 period is my red moving average line here. We have a nice uptrend. We pull back. So we're above 30 on the ADX. Check. Okay, we pull back to 20 period moving average. Check. Right. Now we go long on a break above that prior high. So I make that prior high. And let's do it properly. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. This is the point. A good strategy in my eyes is one that can weather bad trades and not hit you too hard. So I think that actually it's probably here, isn't it? The prior high is here because we've tagged it on this day. So I'm going to say that it's there. Alright guys, that's the high. So as soon as we tag it, we activate the trade. And the trade says that we go long as we break out the prior high. Now, is that taking too long? I don't know. Strictly speaking, there are no rules that says it doesn't have to take very long. Personally, the longer it takes, the less likely I would be inclined to take the trade. But let's have a look anyway. I guess we are long here, and our stop is going to be here. It looks okay. It looks like it's reasonably profitable. I think the fact that it took so long wouldn't really excite me that much. Let's have a look at something else, and let's see, what happened. So Euro US dollar. one of a favorite of very many traders out there. Let's see if we ever got a setup or never got a trade. Okay, let's minimize this so we can see what's going on. We've got an ADX above 30 around here. Okay, so we're probably okay. Let's treat it just exactly as it says it is. There is our previous low. This is a short, by the way, isn't it? We just flip it so we have the ADX above 30. Check. We can pull back to a 20 period moving average. Check. That's this candle here. Okay, and actually let me just change. If I change the color of the moving average, then maybe we're going to be able to see my drawings a little bit clearer. Okay, the moving average is now changed color. Okay, so there's our tag of the 20 period moving average. There's our low. Let me zoom right in on it so we can see what's going on here. There's our low bar there that we're looking for a break of. There's our tag. So effectively we're going short here. Now, I don't know what happened intraday on that. Did we go break the low before we went to the high? Who knows? But put it this way, if we went high first and then we came down and broke this low, we are short. Our stop is going to be above this high. It looks like it's been a very profitable trade. If, however, we broke the high broke the low and then broke the high, then we're going to get stopped out. I think it's the former, because the way the candle obviously closed at lows. I would guess we had a little bit of work up to the upside and then we rolled over. I can't quite remember what happened on that day. Anyway, let's have a look at some others. Let's just see exactly how it should work, this strategy. Any more ADX readings above 30? Yes, indeed we do. We have one here above 30, so that we've got it indicates a trending environment. The first pullback. Is this trending enough? Probably not. It looks like it's very profitable, doesn't it? It does look like it's tagged it, but I wouldn't probably take it because I don't think it's trending enough. I'd like to add that criteria into it. Let's look at something a little bit further on here. We still tag it above 30. We come back, we tag the 20 period moving average, we take a long above the high. It's all looking great. This looks like a nice little strategy to me and it makes perfect sense. Did we have a look at the FTSE? Yes, we've all looked at the FTSE. Shall we look at something else? Look at something that's not so trending, and we'll see how the stop holds up, because it's just as important in my eyes. Any things above 30 here? Let's see. Let's just go back and let's just scroll back and go to a random time. Let's just scroll back to it's kind of here, so we're not too close to what's going on. This is a pretty classic one, actually, isn't it? Real brutal downtrend, really strong ADX. See how the ADX picks up above 60 in this case, showing a really, really strong trend. Pull back here. That's your tag. So actually your low is going to be here. Too much time in my eyes for the trade. I don't think I'd have taken that, even though technically, I guess, it's profitable. Any more have we got on the uptrend move? We've got some more actually coming in on the downtrend here. 30, we tagged it, it's rolled over. It did very nicely. You're probably short on here. And the uptrend is we've got a move above 30, just about. So we're long. We'd be long as we broke above that. It's a nice little strategy. We could go on and on and on. If you've spotted any with this kind of strategy, stick it in the comments below. I like it because it quantifies your risk. I always like getting on board momentum, pullbacks in momentum, little breaks in momentum. So it makes sense to me logically as well. And using the ADX is a nice way of systemizing it rather than just eyeballing it. For me, I'd like to have a little bit extra in there to perhaps say maybe a slope of a moving average or something to a short period moving average to indicate a real decent trend, because you're trying to catch that sort of momentum pause before it continues, aren't you? So maybe I'd add something like that. And obviously you want to look into more detail about your exit strategy. But a nice foundation. I think it's a good little strategy to kind of look a little bit more in depth into if this is your kind of thing. I'm going to look at some more strategies in the next few videos, guys. So give it a thumbs up if you like this kind of video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Usual stuff if you want to see more videos from me and other traders on this channel. Any comments on this Grail setup, then please stick it below. Does it work in day trading? Does it just work in swing trading? We'd love to hear your thoughts on it, or any little ton of flavors and twists and adjustments that you'd make to this strategy to make it more powerful for the current market conditions. Take care, guys. Good trading, and I'll see you soon.